Good morning, everyone. Ben here, and welcome to our weekly update of the gubernatorial elections. And we're going to be talking about. We've got 4 states to cover. If I really wanted to, I could talk about Oregon, but I won't. And I'm also adding a tilt. To it for anything that I have even less confidence in than leaning a state one way or another. So far, everything is so far about where I want it. So that's the only changes with Arizona and Florida is I have a little bit less confidence in, say, in Alaska or in Ohio or in Iowa. And first we're going to go to Georgia. I still think Brian Kemp is going to win it, but I think there's reason to believe that Stacey Abrams may do slightly better than expected. I'm still going to lean it, but it's going to be much more difficult because she's kind of at the ceiling for any Democrat in Georgia. But that remains to be seen. If she has a consistent polling advantage with 10% or less undecideds, then I'll think about flipping it into her column. But until then, Georgia's a red state until then. You know. It's just the way it goes. So we're going to go to Maryland next, go to the general election, and I think the consistency of Larry Hogan's lead is enough to put it in the safe column, not likely. I really don't see how Larry Hogan loses this race. So now we go to Nevada, where in only one nonpartisan poll does Steve Sisolak have any sort of an advantage, and it's only a 6% one at that with 20% undecided. Anything less and Laxalt has an advantage. And both of those were conducted during the last week. I think that's enough for me to tilt Nevada to the Republicans. But now it's time to talk about Wisconsin, which everybody still has is leans Republican or a toss-up. This one's the reasonable one because guess what? This was the most recent one. Everything else is from May or earlier. I still think Scott Walker should be considered the favorite to win, though the most likely challenger, Tony Evers, in 2 nonpartisan polls does have an advantage, both with less than 10%, though same with the one where Scott Walker has the advantage. In addition, one of those is a 13-point advantage, the other is a 7-point advantage. And I like to move things more slowly because I don't want to overreact to polls, okay? I could see a poll with a 20-point advantage, but that could be a gigantic outlier, and we don't know that. The other reason why I want to move a lot slower is polling of the upper Midwest has tended to be fairly inaccurate over the past 3, 4, 5 years. Plus, every time Scott Walker has won an election in Wisconsin, he's had a disadvantage of a couple points in the average of polls. So he tends to outperform his polling. So I'm going to downgrade this from leans to Scott Walker to only a tilt towards Scott Walker, where I think he has the advantage, but I'm not 100% positive that it's worthy enough to call it a lean. Also, be on the lookout in Oregon because the Republican is performing extremely well in polls there, over Kate Brown, I believe her name is. Anyway, that's about it for today. Don't really have much else to say. Sunday I will be doing a live stream probably as soon as I wake up. I've got something planned for that, and I'm going to be asking a question fairly early on in the live stream, as well as kind of updating how I'm going to be doing live streams and where I'm going to be doing live streams. Anyway, we'll talk about some of that stuff on stream, and then we'll get to what the actual stream is. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.